National Signing
Thank
Day.
you so much for hopping in to this craziness that is signing day. Talk to us a little bit about your class and how excited you are for some of the young men who have already sent you their letters today.
Yeah, it's an impressive group, top to bottom. You know, I think this is a talented group, but I've been impressed. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been all over the country visiting with these young men and their families. And there's a character dynamic and a leadership dynamic amongst this group that I think is really special.
Miles Graham has been a Gator since the day he was born, but now he's officially a member of the Florida Gators football team. I mentioned that you were the first to commit here on this National Signing Day. I think I sense that you want to have a leadership role as a part of this class.
Absolutely. That's the role that the coaching staff wants me to have too. In this class, we're a bunch of hungry guys that are being counted out. We got a lot to prove. We're going to come in with a chip on our shoulder, and we're going to work really hard to prove ourselves and put Florida back on the top.
We have young men that were up for the challenge.
Put Florida back at the top. That's the funniest shit I ever heard. Shit. Yeah, I ain't been at the top since Tim Tebow.
Right. Some weren't up for the challenge, right? But this group decided, hey, you know what? I believe in what's happening there. I'm up for the challenge.
This is the swamp. Let's see what this is about. Florida Gators got them a little documentary.
We couldn't ask for a better coaching staff and better group of older guys, you know, to help us through this process. But I mean, we're built for it and we're here for a reason. So we're gonna take it and run with it. And everything is about time management in college. So I would start on my day 6:30 a.m. I have my first lift of the day. Before that, I would do treatment. And after that, we'll have mandatory breakfast. So we go to breakfast. And then I would have tutoring. I have tutoring first, and then after that, I would go straight to class. And then some days, like I would have tutoring after that, but then we would go to mandatory lunch after that. And then now we have OTAs where we have meetings and practice and conditioning.
They gonna be on top when I make my quarterback in NCAA. What? Bro.
And at the end of the day, so our days are pretty packed in, but it's the grind, and we love the grind, you know. We don't have much time off, but with the time we do have together, man, we're laughing, we're giggling, having a great time, man, and we're watching TV or playing video games or whatever it is. We're just gonna enjoy each other's company because, you know, it's definitely a grind here, man. And don't get me wrong, we're all for it. We love it, but you always need that time to disconnect and recharge, you know, and that's what your brothers are for. They're always here for you to lean on them for whatever you need. You know, we're here. We're not living with our family or anything.
Yeah, I reacted to it. I'm about to edit it right now and upload it.
We celebrate. We're with each other, so you know. We
hopefully, it doesn't get blocked on YouTube because I tried to do March Madness last year when I was into like YouTube, and it blocked my video. Every video I try to do. So hopefully, I'm able to upload it. If I'm not, y'all gonna see it on TikTok. And if not TikTok, then y'all gotta watch the VODs on Twitch after the streams.
We're a very close group of guys. We battled through some adversity together, you know, and it made us closer. That's something that we're building day in and day out, is brick by brick, every single day, 1%, getting closer, getting better. And that's definitely going to be the cornerstone of what we're building here at the University of Florida. We have to have great team chemistry for what we want to build.
University of Florida.
We are now asking much more of student athletes nationwide when it comes to, you know, their time management, what all they're involved in. I think everything just gets a little bit harder. And so being able to support them emotionally, being able to support them mentally, being able to be that person where like, hey, no question is a dumb question. If you don't know, I'd rather you ask and get all of your understanding. what is it like to be the non-judgmental part of how can I help you and full-heartedly serve you while you're here?
All right, so today we're going to talk about a couple things. And so each one of y'all have a sheet that y'all got when you walked in. You're going to put your name on that in the middle.
In player development, trust is everything, right? With any sort of relationship, you have to have trust or else it doesn't work, right? And so once you have that trust, you're able to kind of work a little bit more in depth with the guy, and you're able to kind of provide some of the advice that they might need and help create the future that they want to create ultimately.
Right now you have the ability to start a savings so that you can have something to go back to whenever it's needed. If you need them.
So trust is a big part of what we do here at GatorMade. We really want the players to know that we are truly here for them. Young, older, it doesn't matter.
Appreciate you guys being here. Of course, like financial literacy, budgeting, money management, none of those things sound fun, but all of them are completely relevant to you right now, tomorrow, way in the future, and every time else, right? So
when we talk about financial literacy, these are things that have always been a pillar of so many player development departments.
They just be on TV lying. Bro, they just be on TV lying, bro. Bro, Baton Rouge, what's wrong with you, man? Like, you need help, man. You know that? You need help. Emma, how am I going to be able to buy you the Princess Peach game? How am I going to be able to buy you the Princess Peach game? Like how you want me to send the money?
Departments across the country, but now it's just elevated because the stakes feel real.
It's a way for you to take control of your finances now. Starting establishing healthy habits now, like budgeting, saving, learning how to plan for those goals that you've created.
It was a pleasure having Miss Shayla and Kair come back.
When she talks about budget and wealth, like this is a real
You know how. Why are you making it so complicated? Just say it. I don't know.
This is something that I feel like y'all gonna really should take seriously. Like this is something that's you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life. The education and the knowledge part, I feel like it's really priceless, to be honest with you. Because
to share in the, hey, I can do it. I was in your seat, you can do it too. And then to show it from Miss Davis's perspective of this is what I would want for my son and any of you. That's exactly how we feel in GatorMade every single day.
GatorMade is definitely setting us all up for
I don't have Cash App. No, my Cash App broken. It's broken. Do you have PayPal? Do you have PayPal? You have PayPal? Okay. Wait, okay, I think Zelle is easier, right? Zelle is easier, right? Send money with Zelle. Okay. How do I find your Zelle? How do I find your Zelle? DJ, why you saying, oh my God?
For generations, decades down the road, helping us be smart with our money, be smart with our finances.
We provided 3 different options for the second financial literacy session that focused on taxes, accruing accounts, and on basic money management principles.
Player 1, which is putting it under his bed, has $7,000. Player 2, traditional account, he's only gained $2 in interest after that 1 year. And again, that's just for putting your money there.
Kind of fill in the blanks and fill in the gaps where they didn't, things they didn't know. It was really helpful to kind of get a strong foundation of their financial well-being.
You can't take care of everybody. That's a goal site, so you can't save everybody because you have to make sure your foundation is solid before you can take care of people.
Helping them understand that process, that you really have to set yourself up for the future, not just what's at the table right now.
So every year we poll our guys on, hey, what is it that you...
Listen to me and listen to me very carefully. When you get your money, you spend it quickly. Never save up. Never save up. I'm trying to put y'all up on a method. Never save up. When you get your money, spend it. Never save up.
You want to learn, whether it be from a life skill side or from a professional development side. This was one of those occasions where both of those things really came together. We started to ask, and we got a lot of requests for real estate
I'm trying to put y'all up on game. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. Okay. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. When you get your money, you spend it. Never save your money. I'm telling you, man. So you got to think about it this way. You got to think about it this way. You got to think about it this way. How much is the game, Emma? How much is the game? You got to think about it this way. You might die any day now. So you don't want to have money just sitting around. All right? So you got to spend it. Make sure you spend it so nobody can take your money. You hear me? There you go, Emma. I sent it. I sent it, Emma. Have fun. Go buy your game.
We basically went through the residential real estate market, the differences between new developments.
JuJu, you trying to buy me Hitman? See, no. Because why you want Hitman? Out of all games in the world, Baton Rouge, you want Hitman? See, that's how I know the environment you come from.
Resales. We saw it from different angles. What is the angle of a real estate advisor, the angle of an investor?
I ain't never heard nobody say they finna go and buy Hitman. I ain't never heard nobody say that. They finna go and buy Hitman. Listen to how dumb that sounds. All the games in the world, and you want Hitman. What the fuck? You bullshit. That has a lot of things to do with your environment.
Our players becoming more interested in the topic. It was just amazing to see.
I think the players really had their eyes opened into what they're able to do and what they're capable of doing right now. We wanted to plant a seed so that they can start moving things along in their careers and their professional identity outside of football can start being developed. Even being down there with some of our alumni players, that was a great environment. We just saw some of the younger players just kind of soaking it all up. The orange and blue was kind of running deep throughout the entire weekend, and guys really left away with some meaningful experiences and knowledge to kind of set themselves on the right path moving forward.
Just having that opportunity to learn from some people who've been in the game for over 20 years and just the knowledge and experience they've been able to pass down to us.
I think one of the biggest impacts that our young men take away from opportunities like this is how willing other people are to pour into them if you make the connection. And I think that connection makes things so much more impactful than just saying, oh, here's
still loaded.
how you do it. Taking them somewhere and showing them, putting them in front of the people, but then saying, hey, that's your connection to make, your relationship to develop, and your opportunity to establish some business. And I think there's nothing better than that for a leader.
When players come to the University of Florida, they're getting developed as an athlete, but they're also getting developed as a person.
Oh yeah?
For me, it's really rewarding. It's really rewarding to see guys kind of come into their own, kind of start to mature and grow, and that's why we do what we do.
Okay. Hmm. 2024 NFL scout. Okay. Okay. I want him. Ricky, I want you on my team. We need a wide receiver. I think we're gonna pick one at the 10, but I don't really know what we're gonna do. Everybody said go for Rome Adoza, because I know there's a lot of wide receivers that's kind of better than you, of course, with stuff. But if we don't get a wide receiver and you late in the draft, I want you. I'm gonna call up Joe Douglas, fat ass, and Robert Sowell with his bald head ass, and I'm gonna let them know about you, boy.
Yeah, I say I'm a receiver. I know how to get open. So whatever that means, I think it means both.
Ricky Pearsall coming off.
This boy is nice right here. This boy right here is nice.
Off a career.
I'm not buying nobody no more stuff. I literally did a giveaway for y'all. By the way, BCG, if you still in here, your thing is in transit. Your road. I bought Logic a headset yesterday, and I gave Emma money so she could buy her Nintendo Switch game. I'm not buying nobody nothing else for like 3 more months. I just decided to be kind.
He's the main target. Throws toward the end zone. Pearsall.
This boy nice. This boy is nice.
Baby_Carly says W streamer for that.
Touchdown.
Thank you.
The real ones here know.
Yeah.
The dude is a pro.
He a baller right there.
Unbelievable catch by Pearsall. Pearsall on the move. Pearsall. Here goes Ricky. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown. Down the left side. Pearsall the touchdown.
I'm a student of the game. I think my fluidity, running routes sticks out. Nothing that gets thrown at me throws me off guard in my route.
Pearsall scores a touchdown!
This boy nice.
What a route, what a throw.
40-37, the Gators have taken the lead with 47 seconds remaining.
Oh man, Ricky, he was definitely, a teammate that everyone would want to have. It's like he's a pro already. He does all the right things, shows up early. He has incredible work ethic, always putting in extra, whether that's an extra workout, extra stretching.
There's a lot that goes into it, and obviously film watching is really important when it comes to that, studying your opponent, seeing what's ahead of you. There's been a lot of work that's been put in, man, and I think that's what it is, just putting the time and effort.
Seeing a dude that accomplished so much and, earned his name, earned his rights, everything, and still working to strive. So, like, you could see, like, the limit was the sky. It was just motivating to me, especially coming in. I was already looking up to him before I even stepped foot on campus.
BCG.
Like that.
BCG.
One of them ones.
Huh? I didn't get that. I didn't understand what you meant.
Ricky is one of the hardest working, really well prepared receivers that I've seen. Also has a bit of that it factor. Made some heroic plays, an iconic catch that everybody will reflect back on for years.
I reacted to that game. Y'all remember? Y'all remember this game? I reacted to it. I reacted to this game. That clip probably got like so many views on TikTok, but I can't find it. I got so many videos on TikTok, I can't scroll.
Backfield, Mertz in the shotgun. Drops back, they rush 4.
I dropped back, kind of came back. I saw
He
the
caught it with one hand.
My throw a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tight window, so I knew I had to be a little bit more high. Put a little too much juice on it, and ended up going a little too high. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be a completion. And then out of nowhere, I just saw a hand stab it.
Here's down the right side. One-handed catch, leaping in the air. Pearsall.
Boom! And he got hit.
Are you kidding me?
I saw it on the Jumbotron. I was like, I'll take it.
He's in the air, comes down with one hand on the football. That's one of the best catches I've ever seen.
Some stuff you don't usually see all the time, but I've never seen nothing like that.
That boy real.
Thousands of fans. I gotta tell you, we've been doing this for a while with fans. This is the biggest crowd we've ever seen here, and that's because there are some very talented running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks.
And they're here for the right day because this is the big show today.
And DJ, you asked him the question, if you were the general manager, you got to 15 minutes, what kind of question you're asking? He said he wants to know if the guy loves football. Remember, he said, not quite sure how to get there, right? But I want to find out, does he love football? I think with Ricky Pearsall, unequivocal yes.
Ricky Pearsall, 4-1. All right, so the first 2 40s of this wide receiver group certainly looking good.
Pearsall's my 48th player.
You've been talking about him, Daniel, how he's sneaking up into your top 50. Pearsall just did a 10-9.
I think all colleges need to make an episode.
Just loves the game. It feels like he owes his game everything he has.
I don't really I don't really know too much about McCaffrey's brother or Brendan Rice.
He's got some momentum going here with what he did at the Senior Bowl week of practice. Ran fast. Now he'll see him finish it off here.
I think every college need to make an episode like this.
One of the best route runners in this entire class. A lot of executives excited about Pearsall.
And I'm so glad Florida actually put out this little video, because the NFL didn't show none of these fucking combines. I ain't see McConkey. I ain't see Ricky. I ain't see. It was a bunch of wide receivers. Rome Adoza. We ain't see none of them niggas. Well, Rome Adoza had his own video. Like, NFL didn't put none of these niggas in fucking the wide receiver combine video. So it's like you got to go find this shit somewhere else where somebody recorded it.
So much talent. I think he's going to turn some heads and really have a good ride at the next level.
Imagine how many alligators in that water.
Return to activity after this collarbone has been it's been a journey, man. My personality, I'm always going. I'm always trying to do the next thing for my body, the next thing for football. It was funny because I really didn't have a lot of time to breathe from 2 years ago till now. So it was kind of take a step back, soak everything in, and I think that you start to see guys, especially like during the season, you get in a tough spot, and that's one thing we also talked about. Like, look, you're going to be in tough spots in life. It's always your choice on your response. Are you going to attack or are you going to shy away from it? And I think that's one thing that, like, we did have a young team this past year, but I think the guys learned a lot about themselves and the fact that when you get in a tough spot, are you just going to let them just keep punching you, or you're going to get back up and punch back?
No.
For me, it was something that I haven't experienced in college. I mean, every time I've been a starting quarterback, I haven't missed a football game.
3rd and 5. Mertz steps up. He's going to try to run for the first down. Wow! Puts the shoulders down twice, split defenders, and it is a first down, Gators.
I'm like, yep, that thing is shot.
I reacted to this game too, I think.
Bruising run by Mertz earns the first down.
Oh, you see Graham Mertz, he's pointing to himself. I think he must have got...
Yeah, I reacted to this game because of that injury right there. I remember that.
I think it was good in the long run for me to kind of take a step back, zoom out, and see how I can be better in small moments during a game.
Do you eat pussy?
The biggest thing you can do is build chemistry. And that's not only on the field. I mean, getting to know guys, going and getting dinner.
Man, Rouge, what you be asking me, bro?
Apartment, going and playing golf. Like, you got to know your teammate in order to get close to them. And that's one thing you just can't force. Like, it's got to naturally happen. You got to naturally
be asking me wild shit
with your buddies. I mean, I've been in college for 4 or 5 years now. I think you have a lot more time than you do. You think that it's gonna feel like a long time before the season comes, but next thing you know,
that shit right down.
Your spring ball, and you're in fall camp. So
that shit.
I think for me, it's you just gotta keep your mind in the right headspace on what I'm focusing on. Like, just how do I get a little bit better at my process? How do I get a little bit better at preparing for this next season? Like, you got to fall in love with the process of every day. And I mean, this is stuff I nerd out about that, like, people would be like, well, why do you like doing that? But for me, I know that this stuff translates, and today it's gonna help our throwing session get a little bit better.
Obviously, I knew Graham, had good connection with him, on and off the field. But part of the reason I came here was just the guys in the locker room, and being able to know K-Jack and train all these guys, has really been a lot of fun, and that's part of what makes football great. So being able to have that locker room camaraderie, it's been amazing.
We know how each other react to different situations. I mean, he knows everything about me. I know everything about him. And I think that shows on the field, too.
Mertz, the time. Nice.
Wide open, DK, touchdown.
Mertz throwing. DK catching. Sprinting through space on the sideline and up the sideline and in for a touchdown. Chimray DK.
I love football. I love working. The lucky thing for me is I'm used to college football. Kind of know how it works, so that wasn't much of an adjustment. Obviously, a lot of new faces, but the guys are so great here. Those guys are super hard workers, and they've accepted me in, and I'm excited to continue to work with them and get better.
3 aspects to the game, I believe, is, that it's a grown man's game. It's a game of inches.
I thought that was CD Lamb for a minute.
Game. So right now, on the weekends, we're trying to get that game of inches part down, because, it's just this much between interception and then just like a kind of late hands play, which could, define a game, really.
I think it shows the kind of guys we have on the team. Like, Saturday mornings, it's easy to be like, oh, I just want to sleep in and do this, but I think it shows the character of the guys we have, and that they want that, and they know that we need that.
Losing it definitely leave a bad taste in your mouth, and that's something that we don't, want to feel again.
Oh, y'all gonna feel it again.
I've seen a young man
when
that
Georgia
seems
whooped y'all ass in
wise
Jacksonville
above his
this year,
years,
again
true, I
and
would say,
again and
professional
again.
At what he's doing, the way he leads, the way he carries
But good luck
himself
trying.
in good times and bad times. I don't think you could ask more for a college quarterback.
The work you put in January and February and March, it shows up throughout the season. Being able to go out there with guys like Graham and DJ and, putting their time in and seeing the focus and the attention to detail that they have.
I think he's done a great job. I mean, from day one and even before he got here, just being able to have that humility of like, I'm an extremely talented, extremely gifted player, but he's always wanting to learn. I think that's special. So he's done a great job so far. He's a worker, he's a grinder, he's balling out.
The bond between us is, very important to each one of us. It's like playing for your brother. If you create that connection, it's like you don't want to let him down.
So it's obviously the weekends when we're going out getting work, so we're not gonna sit out there and be all business. Like, we're gonna get that work in, but we have a good time doing it. We enjoy each other's company while we putting in sweat and tears together.
Is Michigan Pro Day over?
Really, anytime in life that you go through a struggle or a loss, do you allow yourself to take lessons from it? And do you allow your mind to be open to be like, all right, I went through this, I fell short, how do I get better? How do I learn from that? And how do I move forward?
The grind is real important to me. You don't win games on Saturday. This is one throughout the preparation. That's when you really lock in and focus on the grind.
It's something that everybody's looking forward to. Between them lines soon.
There's only a certain level of respect you can get before you put the pads on, right? Those pads, when you show you can really play, that's a different level of respect that you can gain.
Hey, let's lock in, hold each other accountable, be fast, be physical, and be smart. Here we go.
The reason I came to Florida was I understand that, there's the possibilities here are limitless. You can achieve as much as you want. I still feel like there's unfinished business out there for myself, and I know this team feels the same way.
This is all cute and everything, but y'all niggas don't stand a chance against Georgia.